Alrighty, here we are. You are live.
Hello and welcome to Yoga with Melissa. Today we have a very special class for you. We are going to be doing a class to take refuge from the Black Friday push for commercialism. So if you're looking for a space for relief from that, to take shelter from that, for refuge from that, then you are in the right place. So we'd love to hear from you and just for you to say hello. So be sure to say hello, and Tim is here to respond to your comments today in the chat box, and I would love to say hello to you. We have about 12 minutes before we start with our class. You're going to need 2 blocks and a bolster today. We're going to be doing a Hatha Yoga class. So we'll start lying on the ground in supported fish pose actually, and then we're going to be it's going to be a lot of heart opening and hip opening today, and we're going to be doing a lot of standing postures today, and then we'll be finishing up on the ground again. So you want to have those props with you for today's class, and then we'll be having a really nice practice time together. So I really do enjoy these times when we get to come together live and practice, because the energy is really great when we come together and we practice in this way. And, you know, a lot of the energy on a day like today is interestingly pushed up and out into the world as people are kind of consuming and buying, but we can create a subculture where we remember what is really important. So by being here, you're really changing the energy of the day today. So I really appreciate that, and so does it's important in the world that we do this, that we practice in this way, and that we offer an alternative. And by being here, we all collectively make that energy stronger as well. Let me know how the sound is, if you're hearing me okay, in the comments. And is there anybody that we'd like to say hello to? Let me know where you're joining from, and we'll say hello. Hello, Becky. Nice to see you this morning. Hello, Tanya. Hello, Gail. Hello, Elka. Hello, Jane. Already said hello to Becky and Jane this morning in the membership community. So nice to see you here this morning. Hello, Pascal. Also said hello to her this morning in the membership community. Hello, Sabina in Colombia. No, hello, Melissa. Which Melissa?
1S.
Melissa with 1S. Okay.
And so Tanya's in Belgrade.
Tanya's in Belgrade.
Elka's in Holland.
Elka's in Holland.
Elka got a Black Friday ad at the beginning of the video.
Oh my God. Elka got a Black Friday ad at the beginning of the video. That's probably not surprising, because we could have the word Black Friday in our title. So it would, the algorithm would think that it's congruous. So that's probably why. Sorry about that.
Maureen Hall, hello from Ohio.
Hello, Maureen from Ohio.
Good question would be asked. Can you hear me talking to you at all, or is it not too loud?
Okay, so because Tim talks to me in the background and he feeds me information, can you hear that? And is it, if you can, is it distracting? We won't do that through the actual yoga class once we get doing the yoga, but let me know in the comments.
Judy in Alabama.
Hello, Judy in Alabama. So for our American friends, let us know how your Thanksgiving was, and we hope you had a wonderful feast yesterday. I was watching all of your feast yesterday and your Thanksgiving offerings and all day long on social, and by the end of the day I was quite starving. So Tim was busy doing photo shoots all day, and so we were kind of relegated to our bedrooms for the day. And so at 6 o'clock, I said to Trinity, let's go out for dinner. And she and I went out for dinner, and oh my God, we ate so much. I was so hungry by that time from watching all of your gorgeous feasts. So we had a little feast of sushi last night. It was so good. She was like, Mom, we ate so much. Like, I was hungry watching all my American friends eat all day. But at the end of it, I was still wanting pie because, oh gosh, that's the best part of Thanksgiving, isn't it? The pie. So feeling a little bit envious that you guys, because we have our Thanksgiving so much earlier here in Canada, so we had already celebrated in October. Well, we do that because it's colder and the harvest comes in so much earlier, so.
Maureen says she ate enough for you and Tim.
Oh, that's good. Maureen says she ate enough for both of us. That's good. We don't want to have any regrets when it comes to not really fully partaking in the Thanksgiving feast.
Paul in Europe.
Hello, Paul in Europe. This is a funny thing. I don't think the Europeans, do they celebrate Thanksgiving?
No.
They don't at all. Yeah, Tim. Oh, the horror. Tim's from the UK, so it's weird. Why don't you celebrate Thanksgiving?
Because we didn't come here in the Mayflower.
Oh, okay, that's true.
We have other things.
I know, but still, you should be grateful for the harvest of the
You
season.
guys don't celebrate Guy Fawkes.
No, we don't. No, we don't celebrate Guy Fawkes.
Fawkes.
Fox.
Fawkes.
Fox.
In fact, when I was a kid, we didn't celebrate Halloween.
Yeah. Now, well, that's kind of my point. It's interesting that Halloween's kind of made its way around the world, but why not Thanksgiving? So we're going to get started in about 6 minutes. So thank you for being with us, and chat amongst yourselves in the chat box and say hello to us. Let me know if you have any questions before we get started. We're going to be doing a Hatha Yoga class today, so you'll need your blocks and a bolster.
Yoga U, since it's cold in Toronto.
Yes, that's Lucille in Toronto, and she said it was minus 26 today. Yeah, that's too cold. Yeah. That's really cold.
It's like 10 here.
Yeah, that's not nice. You can't say that then in response.
Oh yeah, Maureen Hall says, remember the 5th of November.
Yes, that's Guy Fawkes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pascal says 6 o'clock in the evening in France.
Pascal says it's 6 in the evening in France.
Harvest festivals, that's true, yes. They have harvest festivals.
You have harvest festivals? Like the fairs? Do you go to the fairs then? Yeah.
In the spring we have
Mayfair.
Mayflowers and stuff. Mayflower poles and all that kind of
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, minus 26 is not little.
No, minus 26 is, no. She said she wants to just stay inside. I don't blame her.
And Stephanie from Omaha. I think that's Stephanie, right?
Hello, welcome Stephanie from Omaha. Nice to see everybody here. Glad you could make it and are spending this time in yoga. As I said, we're cultivating this energy and extending the energy of gratitude, appreciating the preciousness of our human lives. That's something that I think is sort of analogous to what we do at Thanksgiving. It's the first reminder in Buddhism, and that's what we're going to be doing today. So sort of extending that feeling of gratitude that comes with Thanksgiving today, remembering the preciousness of our human lives, just how lucky we are to be born into our particular circumstances and at this time. And really, I think it goes against the grain of consumerism, this kind of drive to always need more and accumulate more and be grasping for more all the time. So I wanted to offer that in opposition to what's being pushed at us. I wasn't really feeling it so much, but I don't really watch TV, and I don't spend a lot of time even on YouTube so much anymore. But then last night we went out to the grocery store, and Tim was looking at the front page of the paper. We always just kind of update ourselves with keep up with what's going on in the world at the grocery store. You just look at the newspaper for a little bit. And there wasn't even, the news is all blacked out because of the Black Friday ads, wasn't it? Yeah, you had to kind of get beyond them because they all got the front page of the newspaper, which is so weird.
That's unusual anymore.
Yeah, but that's weird that advertisements get the. But it's true, right? Even like here in the YouTube videos, they have to get past an ad now to get to the videos. So, yeah.
Sabina says it's very warm in California. 27.
27 in California today, so that's nice and warm. Very nice.
Too warm.
Tim says it's too warm. Tim's happy at 10 degrees.
20. I'm really happy.
You like 20?
20 is perfect.
20 is really nice because then you can just be out and shorts and a t-shirt and.
Looks like we got all Anya from Texas.
Hello, Anya from Texas. Oh yeah, she'll be off school because she's a school teacher, but I guess they have Friday off as well then. They get Thanksgiving like a kind of a long weekend, I guess. So tell me, that maybe does Thanksgiving always fall on a Thursday for the Americans? Yeah, I don't know. Let me know in the comments. I don't really know. I think, doesn't it fall on different days? I'm not really sure. You guys can let me know in the comments. Educate me. Learn me. Okay, we've got a couple of more minutes before we start. And we're going to get right into it right at the top of the hour. And as I said, we'll be starting with supported fish pose. You probably will be in it for 5 minutes, so you probably don't want to get into that until we actually start. Got some rooibos tea in my mug this morning. It's always on a Thursday, and then it's always a long weekend then. That makes sense. Well, that's convenient, and then people can take the whole weekend off. That works for work, doesn't it? Although it's difficult for women, right? Because they have to get the whole Thanksgiving dinner ready.
It's foggy in Paris.
Foggy in Paris today? It was foggy this morning. Look at it now, Tim.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Like, you imagine, though, things like Tour de Fel and
In the fog? Yeah. Everything looks cooler in the fog, doesn't it? Okay, shall we get started with the class?
It is now 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden people are joining you, so that's good.
Okay. If you are looking for relief from the push of Black Friday commercialism, then come take shelter with us for the next hour. Hi, I'm Melissa from Yoga with Melissa, and in this Hatha Yoga class, we are going to be focusing on the preciousness of our human life. It's the first reminder in Buddhism, and today you're going to need some blocks and a bolster. We're going to be doing a Hatha Yoga class today, so I'm going to get you to start resting back over your blocks. If that's too intense for you, you could always rest back over your bolster. So let this yoga class be a place of shelter, safety, protection, and relief from the excessive consumerism and drive to accumulate that has become characteristic of the commercial push of Black Friday only hours after the celebration of American Thanksgiving, when we recognize the preciousness of our human life. In this class, we will take time to pause and remember the preciousness of our human life. We are healthy. We have enough energy so that we can practice yoga. We are of sane mind, and we live in countries that allow us to think and express ourselves freely. We're lucky enough to live in a time when the teachings of yoga are shared freely. They're easy to access through mediums like this. And truly, in the information age, ignorance is a choice. Most of us also live in countries that are free of the danger of war, and so we have enough safety to practice on a daily basis as well. So the choice to not practice is ultimately a choice. Okay, so very slowly and carefully, you're going to roll to your side and come off your props, and you can put them off to the side for now. And we're going to come on our backs with our knees bent and feet flat on the floor. And your arms down along the side of your body. Just take a moment here to feel the effects of the supported fish pose, and then breathe in the center. Breathe out, roll your head to the right side. Breathe in, center. Breathe out, roll your head to the left side. And then bring your arms up to the center and hold onto your elbows. Lift your shoulders up and then lower them down heavy. Let your shoulder joints be heavy like stones. Inhale in the center. Exhale, roll your head to the right and lower your elbows to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, roll your head to the left and lower your elbows to the left. Move slowly. And then keep your head in the center. Inhale. Exhale, slowly lower your elbows to the right. No rush. Inhale, center. Breathe out, slowly lower your elbows to the left. And then breathe in the center, breathe out, lower your head the opposite direction of your elbows. Breathe in, center. Breathe out, elbows and head go the opposite direction. And then head and elbows go in the same direction again. Your knees are going to sway to the opposite direction. And then turn your head away from your elbows. Okay, come back center. Lower your arms down. Pause for a moment. Feel into your neck, your shoulder joints, and your hips. Feel the spaciousness in those parts of your body. And then for the next movement, let's just grab our blocks. And place the blocks, you'll need one block, place it between your knees. And you're going to press into your feet until your pelvis comes off the ground. And you're going to inhale, take your arms overhead, and then exhale your arms down and around. Keep pressing into your feet. And then you're going to lower down and take the block out, and you'll hug your knees into your chest. And then let's do that again. The option here is to put the block underneath your pelvis. So if you're tired today, you could do that. But this is a great glute strengthening exercise. It's important to have strong glutes. It's an important part of your core. It's an important part of being a human being. So we're going to inhale up. Keep pressing into your feet. Okay, and then you're going to lower down again and hug those knees into your chest. Remember, hold on behind your knees, especially if you have any knee issues. And then we're going to do one more set of the bridge pose with the sunshine arms. So again, put that block between your knees, or if you are supporting yourself, you can put it underneath your pelvis. And you're going to press into your feet, lift your pelvis off the ground, inhale up, and exhale down around. Keep pushing into the feet. Draw the energy of the earth up to support you here. Keep pushing into the feet. And then you can lower down and hug your knees into your chest. And then we're going to do one more set of these. No, I'm just kidding. I want to make you thankful you have legs. Okay, so from here you're going to come up and come onto all fours. And we're going to do some cat pose. So for cat pose, you're going to, if you have knee issues, you can always come and sit in a chair. sit in a chair to do cat pose and come at it like this in a chair. You could always roll up your mat or put some extra padding with a blanket underneath your knees in cat pose. So make sure you look after your body. And we're just going to exhale, round up through your back. And inhale, arch through your back. And just feel into your body. Feel the strength of your legs. Feel your muscles hugging into your bones from doing that bridge pose. Notice how good it feels to have a body and muscles that work. So coming back to the preciousness of our human life. We've each been given enough health and energy to be able to practice yoga. And you know, I hear from people every day. I must get an email, if not every day, at least once a week, from people who tell me they're going to give up their practice. They're not well enough, or they're going to be going through illness or surgery. And the thing is, there's many forms of yoga and meditation, and there's no need to give up on our practice. We don't need to vacillate. You know, that just causes us confusion. There's yoga nidra. You don't have to be well to practice yoga nidra, the sleep yoga. You can lie in your bed and practice that and still receive the teachings. You don't even have to be awake to receive those teachings. And then, you know, I think that in our community we have over 200 Dharma talks or teaching talks that you can receive. You don't have to be well to receive those. So, you know, you don't even have to be in good health to be able to receive the teachings. But there are many people in our world that are so debilitated physically, so debilitated mentally and emotionally that it is not possible for them to practice. And we can be grateful that we are of enough sound body and sound mind that we can practice. And for that, we are incredibly blessed. Okay, let's add a little rotation to this. You can inhale up left and exhale down right. And we'll do the other side. And I'd like to get a little bit of cross patterning into this practice as well, too, to stimulate our brain. So opposite arm, opposite leg, bring your elbow and knee together. And then let's do the other side. Okay, and then just a few cat poses in the center. And we're going to come up and we're going to turn to the side and do some gate pose. So you're going to take your leg to the side. We're going to inhale, reach up and side bend. And then we'll do gate pose on the other side. Okay, and then come back center, and we're going to come into downward facing dog. You can do downward facing dog against the wall as well if it's too much weight bearing for your upper body. And then take your right leg forward and reach your left leg back. And we're going to fold forward into pigeon pose. And you can either stay here, or if this is too much pressure on your front knee, you can lie down on your back and do keyhole stretch instead. So we've been incredibly blessed to have teachers who have been generous enough to share the teachings of yoga, to pass them down through the generations. And also that they've traveled through the world now into our lives and into countries in forms that we can understand and in forms that are easy for us to digest and accept. This is another blessing. We're going to step back into downward facing dog. And then you're going to bring your left leg forward to your front left wrist. Reach your right leg back and long. And fold forward here for a pigeon on the other side. And also remember the option to lie on your back and do keyhole if this side is putting too much pressure on your front knee. Okay, we're going to step back into downward facing dog. And then we're going to bring your your right leg up and weave it through the space between your left hand and your left foot. So we're coming into dying warrior pose. And you want to close the space as much as you can between your left hip and your right inner thigh. And you lower your chest to the ground. So, dying warrior. So each day we wake up as another precious day, and it will not always be so. The time of our death is uncertain. The time of those in our of the death of those in our life is also uncertain. And given that we know that we only have a limited time, and that those in our lives only have a limited time, and that eventually everyone in our lives will be gone, we know we cannot put things off. And so we live in a way that we put our practice first, and that we put the things that matter most in our lives first. Okay, let's step back into downward facing dog. And then you're going to take your left leg back and up. And weave your left leg through the space between your right wrist and your right foot. And we come into dying warrior on the other side. Okay, so let's step back into downward facing dog. And then walk your feet forward to your hands. And then you're going to roll up to standing. Okay, so from standing, we're going to do some Warrior One. And for those of you that have been following me recently in the last year or a couple of years, know that I like to combine some qigong movements with yoga movements. So we will do that from standing. So we're going to step your right foot back and come into a warrior one base in our feet. And we're going to start by gathering the energy in the lower dantian. So this is a major power center in your body. So let's just take a moment to feel that. And this one is deer energy. It's like deer antlers. So you're going to inhale, reach up. And then you're going to exhale, draw all the energy back into your lower dantian. So it's inhale up, exhale down and around. Okay, and let's stand up and let's draw down the heavens. So you take the earth energy up and then you draw the sky energy down through the front of your body. Let your knees be slightly bent and then you do it again. So earth energy comes up, sky energy comes down through the middle of your body. This is a way of balancing your energy. Again, earth energy comes up, sky energy comes down, and then this comes down to the back of your body. So if you're feeling excess energy, this also helps to draw it down, balance it, and brings it down into the lower dantian again. Okay, and then this time we're going to step back with your left foot and sink down through that front right glute, which is nice and strong because we got it strong in that bridge pose. And again, gather that energy down into the lower dantian. And then we're going to reach up and pull it back down into the lower dantian. Okay, step back up. Slight bend in your knees for Tadasana. Again, drawing the earth energy up and then the sky energy down through the front of your body. And then again, earth energy up, sky energy down through the middle of your body. Feel it cleansing the meridians. And then again, earth energy up, sky energy down through the back of your body. And this can take any excess energy and just settle it in the lower dantian as well. Okay, and then I think what I wanted to do next was warrior three. I wanted to do some, okay. Actually, so before we do warrior three, let's take our, pardon? Tim's looking at my lesson plan. Yes, Tim. Okay, so let's take our feet wide and turn your left toes out and bend your front left knee. Sink down. And more than thinking about bending your knees, sink into your power. So sink down through your front left glute. And bring your left arm, circle your right arm around. And let's come up and reverse that back. And then turn your toes and face front. And we're going to do a little sequence now to draw the earth energy up and bring it into our lower dantian. So you're going to inhale up. And you're going to exhale. You're going to fold forward. And then you're going to scoop up the earth energy. And you're going to just put it right in that lower dantian. So inhale up. Fold forward and scoop up that beautiful earth energy. It's heavy. And put it right in the lower dantian. Inhale up. Exhale, roll down through the spine. Scoop up the earth energy. And put it right in the lower dantian. And then you'll turn your left toes in, right toes out. Sink into your power again through your glutes. Bring your right elbow on your leg. Circle your left arm around. Bring your left arm down, your right arm up, reverse warrior. And then turn your toes face front. Let's do that sequence, that earth sequence again. Bring your arms up, backs of the hands come together. Roll down through your spine, vertebra by vertebra. Scoop that earth energy up. Bring it into your lower dantian. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, roll forward. Scoop that heavy earth energy up. Draw it into your lower dantian. Inhale, reach up. Roll down through your spine. Scoop the earth energy up. Place it in your lower dantian. Okay, and then we'll bring our feet together. And we're going to go into Warrior 3. And I'd like us to try to do that deer energy, that deer antler qigong pose again in Warrior 3. You could just do Warrior 3 holding on to the wall, whichever works for you. And just visualize doing the arms if that's too much for balance. So here's the thing about the yoga. Our mind, you know, even if we're sick, we could always, and I have had students who've done this and have told me they've done this, and it's as effective when you're sick. It's to lie on the couch, lie in bed, watch the class, and imagine you're doing it, and your body doesn't know the difference. So even if you are visualizing that your arms are reaching out and gathering that chi down into your lower dantian, do that if you're not moving your physical arms. The same. Gather that energy in. Okay, so whichever version you're going to do, holding the wall, doing the actual movement, or visualizing the energy coming in your mind. Doesn't matter, it's all effective. Okay, so we're going to stand on our left leg first. Come forward, and we're going to start with our arms in the lower dantian, and then we're going to inhale, reach those deer antlers forward, and exhale, gather the chi into the lower dantian. And come back up to standing. Draw down the heavens. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, down front of the body. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, down middle of the body. Cleansing and clearing all the meridian channels. Gathering the chi back of the body. Pause for a moment before we do the other side with Warrior 3. So I chose Warrior 3 because we know our actions have power. The actions I choose to offer in the world can be skillful and mindful. I would do my best to avoid actions that harm myself or others by deepening my practice so that I may act with wisdom and insight. I would do my best to avoid action that harm myself and others by deepening my practice so that I may act with wisdom and insight. Okay, so let's do that Warrior 3, the pose of action, of moving into action in the world on your right leg now. So start by gathering the chi into the lower dantian, and then we move that chi out into the world, and then we gather it back in. Always moving the yin and the yang. It's always moving. Everything is always fluid. One more. And then we come up to standing. And we draw down the heavens. Keep the slight bend in the knee so the chi can flow. Okay, we're going to come back down. And when we come back down, we're going to do some camel pose, some modifications of camel pose. Yeah, we already did that, honey. Okay. So I chose this pose because it's quite enlivening and it'll help us to awaken to the precious opportunity of our lives. A good idea to put a blanket underneath your knees for extra padding in the knees. You can use blocks here on one side or the other. I'm going to give lots of modifications. So standing on your knees, you can place your hands on your hips, open up the fronts of your hips, tuck your tailbone under and draw your elbows back. This is a nice version here. You can also do camel one side at a time. So we can inhale, reach up, and place your hand on a block and reach one arm over. And you can do the other side. maybe both sides. So just see how your body feels today, what feels best. And then you're either going to come into child's pose or you're going to come into knees to chest pose, whatever feels best in your body. So part of being human means that there is suffering. It's just an inevitable part of being a human being. There's physical and mental pain and illness. When we experience something that we like, we want more of it. If we don't like it, we push it away. And there are times when we are simply asleep at the wheel of our lives. So part of our practice is to remember that suffering is part of our life. And that even this isn't permanent. We need to remember impermanence, that our life is continually changing. Life is fluid. Okay, from here we're going to come on to our backs and do a reclined twist. So lie on your back with your knees bent and your feet flat on the floor. Press into your feet, lift your hips, take them over to the right corner of your mat. Lower your knees down to the left side. And then you're going to come back to the center, press into your feet, untuck your hips. Pause there and allow your spine to unwind. And then press into your feet again. Take your pelvis over to the left side, and you're going to lower your knees to the right. And then come back to the center, untuck your hips, and get your bolster. Place it underneath your knees. And you may want to pull a blanket up on top of you, put your socks on, and we'll rest back for shavasana. I think this is the most important pose of the class, to allow your experience to integrate, to settle into your body. Allow it to be received at the deepest layer of your being. So continue to rest back in shavasana here, and I'm going to sit up and read you a poem. This poem is by John O'Donohue, and it's called For Celebration. Now is the time to free the heart. Let all intentions and worries stop. Free the joy inside the self. Awaken to the wonder of your life. Awaken to the wonder of your life. Open your eyes and see the friends. Open your eyes and see the friends whose hearts recognize your face as kin. Whose hearts recognize your face as kin. Those whose kindness, watchful and near, encourages you to live everything here. See the gifts the years have given. See the gifts the years have given. Things your efforts could never earn. Things your effort could never earn. The health to enjoy who you want to be. The health to enjoy who you want to be. And the mind to mirror mystery. And the mind to mirror mystery. Now is the time to free the heart. Let all intentions and worries stop. Free the joy inside the self. Awaken to the wonder of your life. Open your eyes and see the friends whose hearts recognize your face as kin. Those whose kindness, watchful and near, encourages you to live everything here. See the gifts the years have given, things your effort could never earn. The health to enjoy who you want to be, and the mind to mirror mystery. So slowly allow your breath to deepen and invite movement back into your body. Bend your knees and roll to your right side. Pause there for a moment. And slowly make your way back up to seated. And then we'll finish by gathering the fruits of our practice first into ourselves and then offering them out to all living beings. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings be happy and free, and may the thoughts, words, and actions of my own life contribute in some way to the happiness and freedom for all. So give yourself a thumbs up for completing this class, and why don't you put in the comments, I'm grateful for our time together in yoga, because it was wonderful to spend this hour together. And I encourage you to share this class with your friends and your family so that they can have this opportunity to share in and recognize and celebrate the preciousness of our human lives. I want to thank Cornelia and Donna, Sean and Agnes for your donations. They really help us. They support us a lot in being able to offer this yoga freely to all of you. And thanks to Squeeze Yoga Clothing for my clothes. Today I'm wearing the Flying Heart design with the bamboo, black bamboo, and black yoga pants. So we do have some time together here as we close out. I'm happy to take any questions or comments about the concept of the Buddhist preciousness of our human life, that the four reminders, or anything about the qigong practices that we did today, or any questions about Hatha Yoga. Anything that you might have about your practice in general. I'm happy to answer any questions. And we have some time together here as we close out before Tim and I actually are going to be filming another class for our members this morning. And then we have to head out and film some class in a very wet, soggy environment today for our members. Let's open up the conversation. I realize we have a bit of a lag, probably about a 2-minute, 3-minute lag here. So it might make conversation a little bit awkward, but let's see if I can fill the airtime in between. A 1-minute lag? It's not that bad. Okay.
Elena says thank you, and Sabina says gracias.
Thank you so much for your gratitude. We're getting lots of thank yous coming in, so thank you very much for It was a beautiful class. Thank you for being here and for bringing your presence and adding to the beauty. I really appreciate that. It's a collective effort, and it's offered out in all directions of space and time. It's very healing for our planet at this time. meal before.
On top.
Oh, there's no sound.
That's with no sound.
Okay. What's going on with that camera?
I don't know, just decided not to work. Oh.
Are we back?
Oh, there.
Okay. So,
Tell them it's gonna be blurry.
okay, it's going to be a little blurry, but it looks like we've got sound back. So I was saying, I think this is a book that everybody should have in their collection because it has poems for all parts of your life, including your day and your evenings and stages of your life as well. So, for your birthday, for a new mother, when you're sick, for before you eat, for after you eat, for your mornings, for your evenings. Am I on this camera now?
Yes.
It has them for when you get married, for the beginning of the year, for the end of the year, for when your relationship ends. And not only that, but at the end of the book, it also goes into how to write your own blessings. So the one I did today was called For Celebration, but I think that, as I said, poets don't make a lot of money, and I highly encourage you, to spend the money and purchase the book. And better than that, this was supposed to be a no purchase and no salesy thing, but if you have a local bookshop, to get it from your small local bookshop. I actually found this in a used bookshop, which was really cool. So that can be really amazing too, if you just kind of call it in that way. So, sorry, I wanted to plug nothing today, but that kind of didn't happen. So, any other questions or comments? That's why I don't post the poems, because it is my hope that you will support the poets by actually buying their poetry books.
So Elka says, yes, you're back. Could we have the name of the book close up? Maybe close up to this camera over here.
Okay, so this is called John O'Donohue, To Bless the Space Between Us, a book of blessings. This one?
Yeah. And Lord, perfect. Hold there for like 10 seconds.
John O'Donohue, To Bless the Space Between Us. I think it's something that everybody should have in their collection. And actually, for those of you who are interested in John O'Donohue's poems, have a listen to a podcast. If you guys have ever listened to Krista Tippett on Being, she's interviewed John O'Donohue, and you can listen to him. That was the last interview he did before he died, was with Krista Tippett, and on Being. So look that up, On Being, John O'Donohue, Krista Tippett, and it's a gorgeous interview. Have a listen to that. It's an incredible podcast on Being. If you're interested in poetry at all, she interviews a lot of poets. So that's that. And I don't know what's going on. It's live. There's always going to be things that are interesting. Any other questions and comments coming up that we can attend to? Don't worry about that. We've got sound.
Thank you for the book info from Melanie.
You are welcome. Enjoy this. It is a blessing. It'll enrich your life.
And Elka thought they were beautiful poems. Pumpkin Pants ordered it on Amazon.
Okay.
And yeah, I think apologies for the weird.
Yeah, sorry for the weird video and audio and stuff. That's kind of live. That's what happens. All right.
Colette, grateful for the time.
Yeah, I'm grateful for our time together too.
and Stephanie, and yeah, part of the fun.
Yep, part of the fun of doing lives. Any other
So, yeah,
questions and
let's
comments?
shoot an interview and 3 books. So marvelous. This is how I met him. Cool.
Oh yeah, he has several books. Yeah,
Right.
John O'Donohue has several books. Yeah.
Well, I think I would zoom out, but I don't think that's wise. So I'm going to tell you while you say goodbye.
Okay, thank you everybody for being with us. Enjoy the poetry of John O'Donohue. It will enrich your life deeply. The thing that I love about him most is that he encourages you to dive deeply into your inner world. And actually that, I'm so glad that that's kind of where the focus went at the end of this class, because, today definitely Black Friday is all about out.
And
Oh,
people just walk
an eagle just flew by. Yeah. Today is definitely about encouraging you to seek satisfaction in the outer world and accumulation. And John O'Donohue, his main message is definitely that there's so much more richness available in our inner world. And I would say that he is definitely one of my main teachers and source of inspiration. Continually, I go back to him because he just continually reminds me of the depths of inspiration and resources that are available in here, not out there. And I can just keep coming in and coming in and coming in and going deeper. So I'm glad that he got the last word today. Thank you so much for being with us, and I'm sending you much love from beautiful British Columbia. May your joy be as deep as the Pacific Ocean. May you be as grounded as our old growth forests, and may you be as strong as our mountains. Om Shanti. Namaste.